Dr. Ipoza, can you give us some of the key issues now to examine when revisiting the Safe School Initiative? Because I know you have researched well and you are part of the Safe School Initiative. You know so much about that. So what are the key issues we need to examine today as we discuss this issue today?
Well, there are 7 outlined key issues that we need to look inward. One, the policy itself, how the policy was composed. I think there are some other ingredients that need to be revisited. That is one. And 2, the implementation. The implementation of the policy is good when you look at the package, but the implementation process, when you look at the responsibilities assigned and how the lack of integration between the states, the federal and the local governments, as well as even the SBMC, that is the School-Based Management Committee. And then number 4, monitoring and evaluation and assessing whether we pilot it into to some few schools that are really vulnerable, like mentioned by Dr. Kabira Adamu and the rest of it. And number 4, environmental. Do we really look at the environment where the policy is expected to operate? And how sure are we that we are really considering those environments? And then number 5, where the policy is situated in terms of implementation. I guess as much, and I have mentioned so many times that the component of the policy is supposed to be under the auspice of the Minister of Education, not really the Minister of Finance. And then number 6, we need to also look into what are really our targets, what do we want to achieve, and what are the vulnerability, and issues related to funding, how much do we have, and for what purpose, and are we really focusing and targeting into the states where we have these issues of vulnerabilities, like states of in the northeastern part of the country, you have Borno, you have Yobe, and probably to some extent partially Kasebochi. And when you come to the northwestern part of the country, you also look at the states like Zamfara, Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, and then when you go to the north central and Kaduna to some extent, and when you go to north central, you prioritize Niger, Kogi, Nasarawa, and then also in the northeastern part of the country, also take into consideration states like Taraba. However, yes, of course, it has. We have been implementing the policy for some time. Sorry, but what are really the effectiveness? What is the performance? How do we? What really do we have on ground? I'm concerned the implementation of the policy is an outright failure, because I am always in the downstream where we have the schools that are really vulnerable. I just came back sometimes not quite long from the northeastern part of the country, and what I see in Borno, you can't go to Borno and tell me that you have anything like that policy. So I think these are part of the issues. There may be many other issues that we need to look inwards, but I think these are the key.
How much of the initial commitments, on the Safe School Initiative from 2014 to 2025 has been implemented so far? In your opinion, let's get your assessment of that.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I can probably say maybe 6%, if at all there is. I can rate it as 6%, based on my community knowledge, because I spent more than 80% to 90% of my lifetime at the macro level, within the communities, at the polling unit level, political ward level, and the local government level. So I'm always in the community, in practice. Not that I'm generating the information for others to give me the information. I see it myself. So as far as I'm concerned, the maximum, and in the first quarter of the year, the second quarter of the year, the third quarter of the year, and the last quarter of the year that we are, I visited nothing less than 400 local governments out of 774 physically.